Why do I do it to myself? Why? That's the problem with these ruts, and the water's so deep you can't see them. Oh, what an intro. My boots are wet, my socks are wet. Oh. Oh. I think I swallowed a fly as well. Oh guys. Oh. Well guys, I was going to start the intro going, welcome along to today's video. Today I'm taking out the BMW GS 1250 on the Dunlop Trailmax Raids. Now I'm not taking these properly off-road yet, so today was going to be my first initial thoughts and opinions of these off-road. Well, as you saw, I didn't even make it through the first puddle. Now I think my problem was I tried to stay in the middle and there was two ruts either side. Where I was in the middle, just slid out. Well, at least now the bike looks like a proper adventure bike. And yes, my socks are wet. Last time I come here, I actually fell off in this puddle. I think I was on that side because of the puddle, fell over in that rut. But I was on the Bridgestone Battle Axe A41 tyres, I think, that come with the bike. And they were extremely slippery on this stuff. I am on the byways of Salisbury Plain, and there was a lot of hard, dried, packed mud, and then these random bits of water that's just collected and hasn't dried off. Well, let's continue on and see what they're like on the hard packed stuff. I'm dying after swallowing that fly. As usual, I am out by myself. I never recommend coming. I don't actually recommend coming out here by yourself because this bike, 270 odd, plus all the luggage and that, I'm probably hitting about between 280 and 300 kilos. Being able to pick this thing up, especially if I've landed on myself, it's going to be very difficult. So try and come out with other people. Don't do me. But I do have my phone in my pocket if I was to get trapped under the bike. So there's at least one thing. Trying to stay out of the deep ruts. I use an app called OS Maps, and I do pay for the yearly subscription. I think it's about 30 quid or so for the year. And that's what I use to find any of the green lanes. If you guys would be interested in me doing a review on that app and showing you how I use it, how I set up any rides, then let me know. I can get on and do that. Anyway, tyres. I have a lot more confidence with these than over the Bridgestone Battle Axe A41s, because A41s are more like just wet tyres. Nothing about them. They said adventure in the name, but nothing about them was adventurous. Whereas these tyres, they look the part. On this hard packed, we do have plenty of grip. Obviously in the seriously wet mud back there, they obviously struggle to find quite a bit of grip. This is going to be just a quick video for the off-road part of these tyres. I will do a full review, kind of like 1,000 miles plus, on the Dunlop Trailmax Raids and give my kind of full opinions on them. As always though, I'm just a guy. I'm not very good off-road, as you saw already. I just let you know what I think of them and how they work for me. Not professional, don't get paid. Dunlop do not sponsor the channel, unless you wanted to. Through the puddles, where it's hard packed underneath, there's no problems. It finds the traction and it pulls you through. Finally found some shade. It is a warm one today. Don't know why, but whenever the camera's rolling, I feel like you need to talk to it half the time. So the Dunlop Trailmax Raids as said earlier, I'll do a full review where I do talk about my time with them on road and my experiences. I've had them on for a while now, but today is purely about getting them off road and then seeing what we thought, seeing what's what. Been out here for a couple of hours now, so I feel like I've got a feel. I feel like I've got a feel. It's very intelligent words there. On the hard packed roads around here, the bike handles beautifully. I've got it in Enduro Pro. Give it a fistful and the back end kind of slides out a bit and then kind of finds grip. Obviously I can adjust the parameters on the bike with the Engine Pro so the bike doesn't cut in as much, but my skill set is massively not capable of handling this thing off-road properly. I'm just not that good. I've got a dodgy back as well, so in the back of my mind I'm always kind of mindful of pushing it too hard. But yeah, hard packed roads, grip's lovely, you got full confidence to kind of get on with it. As we saw at the very start, with sludgy wet mud, like proper muddy mud, it just lost grip just completely, and then just as you saw, the bike was in the puddle. I wouldn't be going through that type of area, but the mud, very often, because I'm a fair weather rider in the grand scheme, and it kicked out a few times when I was going through the sludgy mud that wasn't in the puddles. It was just kind of surface mud. But when you're going through water and it's hard packed underneath, there's no dramas. Don't forget, I'm just the average Joe riding these tyres. I'm not professional, I don't test tyres for a living, and I don't really know a whole lot to say about them, other than there is confidence on the road. A lot more confidence than the Bridgestone Battle Axe. Like I said, those things on anything that was moderately moist, it was just slipping out left, right and centre. Where today, the only time it has actually lost its grip was proper sludgy. There is no sand around here for me to test. And unfortunately, Salisbury Plain, the byways, you're not allowed to cut through the wood blocks and have some fun that way, which is a shame, but it is what it is. So I can't really test it on the dry mud, but hey, maybe one day we'll take it somewhere where I can. Can't actually remember the price of these, but I'll put them up on the screen. I put these tyres on last year with the aim of doing more off-road, and just the way this year's been, I've not really done anything. So this is the first full proper day of off-roading that I've done, and it's the middle of September. I'd be tempted next year, or whenever they're due to change over, I'd be tempted to try something else, but not because I'm not happy with the tyres, not because they don't give me confidence, because they do. They are confidence inspiring for how knobbly they are. Like they're what, a 60-40 or a 50-50 tyre. I know the one step down from the Raids is the Missions. I feel like potentially, again, I've never ridden with the Missions, but they don't look as grippy as the Raids, obviously, because the Raids are that step up in off-road capability. But what I'm saying is, this is the first time I've been on them off-road. Do I need something that is so off-road orientated, seeing when I really come off? Probably not. So potentially I'll try the Missions next year to see if that kind of gives me a good balance of better road handling and road confidence. But again, we'll come to that in another video. Versus when I do come here and do come off-road, that I've still got enough grip. I only really like coming to Salisbury when it's sunny, and it's been sunny for a while, because have you seen some of the ruts around here are so deep because it's a military training area, so there's a lot of vehicles that just tear up the roads. Coming here when it's raining on this bike with the bags and obviously all the camera gear and everything just ain't my cup of tea. I'd love to get something lighter, smaller, something in the 400 to 500cc range, so I feel like I could push it a little bit better and have a bit more fun. Because in the end of the day on this, it's still in the back of your mind that it's, say, 270, 300 kilo bike, and then you put my carcass on it and it ain't light, put it that way. Mark seems to think I'm smuggling M&Ms. No, just happy to see them. End of the day, would I recommend a set of these to someone that wants to do off-roading? Yeah, I would. But more importantly, on the GSA, they look the part. I feel like when you've got road tyres on this, they just don't look the part for this type of bike. Like, It's an adventure bike. You should have adventure tyres on. Whether you go off-road or not. I tend to not go off-road. I tend to go pond searching, pond wading. I've still got wet socks at the minute. We've got training safety, speeding on past. I'm always waiting. One day they're going to pull me over, or at least stop me and ask me what I'm doing. Because like I said, shouldn't really be in the woods, although I'm 10 metres off the road. This video isn't massively informative. Like I said, just an opinion of the average Joe. Sometimes when the bigger companies and the bigger testers test the bikes and the tyres, they've been riding for years, they've ridden all over different bikes, different terrains, different locations, and they've got the skill sets to push them to their max. Most of us don't have that. I'd probably recommend getting as aggressive tyre for off-road as what you think you're going to use, and more importantly, if they handle on road. That will bring me nicely to the next video. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see me fall over in the puddles more often, comment below, Salisbury Plain, and I'll try and come here a little bit more than once a year. But until the next one, ride safe.